picture in the morning.
Bill, would you like to introduce the...
He's got me introducing everything
I like
lately.
the way
I
he
don't know
does
why.
it.
So what's going on here? I don't even know what I'm invited to.
This is great.
Well, what we have here is the Nautilus Studio M31 documented. I'm going to try that again.
Yeah, start over again.
Yeah. This is the Nautilus Studio M31 Files, and today we have with us Kathy and Dewayne of the Mancos Brewery fame, and we're going to learn a little bit how that all got started, and maybe talk a little bit about the music scene in the area and everything. So that's kind of what we drug you over here about.
Cool.
You know?
That's about
Cool.
it.
Yeah. So then Yves is our prime interrogator, and he's going to
I have no
ask
idea
you, where were you on the week of...
Exactly.
I got no idea.
If it wasn't last
Deny
week,
already.
Is all enough, right? So no,
That is
first
hard
question-
enough, actually.
Yeah, right. The first question for you guys is individually. I'm assuming where you are from.
Oh. That's
Whoever
a really
wants to
complicated question.
Where are you from?
recently or from the
No, well,
womb?
you were born. I mean, like way back. Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we're from. Where I am from, I'm a Kansas girl. So
Okay.
moved to Colorado when I was in high school with my family, and spent maybe a dozen years in Colorado, and then spent maybe about 20 years in Utah, something like that.
Oh wow. Okay.
In the Moab area. LaSalle, Utah was the town closest to where I lived. But I worked in Moab. And and then the last dozen years I've been here in Mancos.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome. About 12 years. Okay. You look
Well-
worried.
Yeah, well, anytime someone asks me where I'm from, I always want to throw out the caveat that it's more important where you're heading than where you're from.
Oh, absolutely. We'll talk about it too.
Where I'm from, I was born and raised in North Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay.
And eventually just had to get out of the whole big city
Was a
thing.
good thing, yeah.
Well, it just... I was about 25 years early from what I expected to see as a police state, but that's another subject. I left because it was just too crowded and too
Right.
controlling, and I had to go to the place that had the least amount of people that I could find on the map, and that was the area south of Moab. And
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and that's where her and I met, was in Moab.
Oh, wow. So you guys have known each other that time?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We've
wow.
known each other
I didn't
for a
even
while.
know
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Very
Yeah,
cool.
about 5 years before we started the brewery.
Okay. And so
3.5
at the
years.
time, were you both in this kind of business, or were you a totally different career, or how did the brewery
I was working for Moab Brewery.
okay.
Yeah, so I went through a big growth and expansion there. When they hired me on, I was working for a fellow that had been in the industry for many years, about 9 or 10 years. He was technically my brewmaster. I learned an incredible amount from him, especially on the production side of things, learning how to run production brewing.
Yeah.
Because Moab, when I hired on, we were just servicing the taps in the restaurant. That was it. But there was an enormous amount of accounts, especially in Salt Lake City, that were being contracted by another brewery under the name of Moab Brewery. And we brought all that in-house, and that turned into, like, in the period of time that I was there, our production increased about ninefold.
Wow.
And yeah, so I got to the whole idea of how do you get a lot of beer out in a small amount of space.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm fortunate to have a lot of space compared to a lot of breweries, but we do get a lot out with a small amount of tanks and a small amount of equipment.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
That first place you guys were in Mancos was not so roomy, though, was it?
No, that was like working out of your garage.
That was the first version of Mancos
Mancos
Brewery?
Brewery, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
what
very
was
small
that?
building.
Oh, it's where the car repair shop is and the thrift store now.
Yeah, right off the highway.
Yeah, it's right off the highway.
That copper top building
Like,
across from the
across the
dollar
highway
store.
from the
Oh,
dollar
okay.
store.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
And next to that little church
Okay.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys were, and that's where you started. So now, did you have a brewery in Moab
No.
together?
No,
or
I
at the
just, no, I
time?
just worked at Moab Brewery.
Okay.
Yeah, we came out here to do it as a partnership.
Right.
And, yeah.
So, Kathy, were you at all yet in that industry? Or,
No,
okay.
I really wasn't. I mean, Dwayne had quite the extensive home brewing operation,
Yeah.
where he lived, and I was a home winemaker. Like I was a wine drinker, making wines and meads on,
Didn't know.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I mean, that's a lot of fun. I mean, actually, if you're doing something like that for yourself, it can really be super
Enjoyable
rewarding and
and- yeah.
enjoyable, and
Okay.
you learn a lot.
Cool.
So but I wasn't.
So what were you doing at the time in terms of
Wasn't
like maybe
doing-
career or?
I had been working at the natural food store in Moab since I kind of
Okay.
first started living there full time, and I was probably there for 13 years or so.
Wow.
And then when I left that place, then I was a bookkeeper and a mountain bike guide for a few years. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely different. So
very different. Yeah.
How? Why get into brewing or having Mancos Brewing Company eventually?
Well, I would just say that Utah is not a super friendly state for operating kind of a commercial brewery, really. Like lots of rules and regulations.
Or an uncommercial brewery.
Yeah, probably a little more dangerous for an uncommercial brewery.
Okay.
And
So Denver, Colorado. You
well,
felt
Colorado's a
first,
lot.
Well, I think we're
friendlier.
beyond the statute of limitations
Yeah.
now and in
Yeah.
different
Okay,
jurisdiction.
right.
But there's a time when it was profitable to be a home brewer in Utah because of the restriction of their laws, restriction of keg laws. It made it possible, if someone so wanted, to make good home brew and sell it.
Gotcha.
Or trade it.
And so
Or trade it.
that's where you were at one point. Yeah. Okay.
No.
No.
I'm just saying it's possible.
Oh, it's possible. Well, right. Sorry. It's all right.
Don't use this as evidence against him here.
No, please don't.
Did you?
No, of course not.
Would a person, not you,
Yeah, right.
on a home brewing, like I used to do 6-gallon batches, and I don't know how big a batches you were doing, but could you sell it legally?
No.
Or you sold
No.
it or traded it. Bartered
No,
it.
you've got to have a brewer's license,
to really be able to.
or you have to keep it in your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A totally different subject. Can I ask you about Mike, and can I ask you if he was. You guys are partner on this
the business, yeah.
on the business.
Yeah.
Was Mike involved in the business at all?
Mike was our unofficial ambassador.
Yeah.
By that's kind of the role he assumed, and he would have become part of the business had he lived, for sure,
Right.
because
Okay.
he was definitely very a carpenter and had a lot of different skill sets, and but yeah, he would get done with his work day and come to the brewery and just wander around and talk to people and charm the pants off people, and
Right.
yeah, like everybody that kind of were regulars knew who he was,
Sure.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, had a good mind
I
for
knew
it.
who he was. I never met him. To be
yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So just wanted to touch on that. The brewery itself. So after now you have a location. You've been there how many years?
In this location, 8 years.
8 years.
9 years.
Yeah,
9
almost
years.
9 years. Yeah.
Wow.
9 years.
Nine
yeah.
years.
Mhm.
So did it start the way it is now in terms of like you had the brewing section, you had the bar, you had the outside, or was it
our
different at
original
first?
little? Yeah, it's like where we are now. It's pretty much the same setup. Like we keep
Okay.
adding,
Really
adding
expanded.
things and expanding, but
Sure.
yeah, we definitely had trouble filling the space when we first got there, for sure, and then really with COVID we expanded more, like inside in terms of seating, The
Right.
lounge room was new, is a COVID thing, and
What a tough
Oh,
time
was it?
to try to be expanding.
Yeah.
well, you had to keep
People
tables
apart,
6
right?
feet apart.
Yeah,
it was just
yeah.
like this. This whole.
Well, I mean, in
to
a
even
way,
be
you know.
have your doors open, you had to kind of maintain certain things.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
I mean, after we went through the period of I can't remember how many months where it was just takeout only, and so yeah, and like we might have been some of the first people in the county to start having live music again. We did it on the patio, and the tables were, and there was reservation. You had to reserve a table to come to the
I don't
music.
even remember that.
Yeah, you had to reserve
okay.
a table to come see the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Patio seats were all spaced.
Yeah.
They're paired up and spaced.
Did you have a period of time? Well, you mentioned it. You did take out. Was there a period of time where you completely had to close for a while?
Yeah, we had to close for over a month, didn't we?
Did we close for over a month?
I think it was about a month we were closed. Well, maybe 3 weeks.
I can't remember. I honestly don't
Right.
remember.
We're doing
Yeah.
food to go.
We were
Right,
just
right.
doing
Food and
food
beer
to
to
go.
go.
Food and beer to go.
And yeah, no one was sitting inside.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was more than a month that we were just beer and food to go.
Yeah.
And it's a good testament to the business and how you were.
Well,
able to,
it's a
to
good
survive
testament to the fact that
some
we
of
had a
it.
government that threw a bunch of money at everybody because,
Well, that too.
we
Yeah.
got the paycheck loans to cover our payrolls and
Yeah.
not paycheck, but that's not what they were called. But help pay our employees. It's
No, that
like
was a
there's
fantastic
like
thing, yeah.
I know we are not the only business. Lots of people had to kind of get in line for that because there was just no way to stay open if you couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah,
no,
nobody
and,
was
and
out
some
and about
places didn't recover.
No,
period,
some places
you
did not
know. You
recover.
just didn't have the way of doing that.
Yeah. Right.
I'd like to ask you. I know you both very involved with the music side of your venue. You book bands, and Dwayne, we had a conversation one day. You told me how important to you it was to have musicians, music,
Sure,
on the
absolutely.
venue, and how was that something that came at some point in the brewery, or was that like right off the bat? You guys said,
Oh,
we're gonna need.
No, from the
guys.
beginning.
Well, from the beginning,
Yeah.
we knew that we wanted to have music.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just, I think if you've been in any kind of brew pub anywhere, you know that that's kind of a thing
kind
that
of a
happens,
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like,
But I mean, I've seen some
Yeah.
that don't.
yeah, well, sure.
It wasn't just a business decision. It was also, fulfillment of personal interest.
That's what I
We
felt.
love
when
music,
We talked. Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
love local artists.
Mm-hmm.
And that was from the very beginning. It's like as soon as we started meeting the local musicians, we were inviting them to come in and play. Because we knew it could be a very symbiotic relationship. We knew we could give them a venue, give them an opportunity to perform and practice and work their way into whatever their goals were.
Sure.
And it also brought people in to drink beer.
Right.
And we loved the whole.
So
we love the
win-win
atmosphere.
situation
Yeah, I love the
as well,
atmosphere.
yeah. Right.
I
Yeah.
love hanging out with musicians.
And really,
Yeah,
the first music we had at the brewery was the nascent version of Afrobeatniks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
A three-piece
Bradley
band.
and Alexi
Bradley was
and
okay.
a third guy that Bradley knew from Alaska, and he was down, and they wanted to know if they could play, and I think Danny was part of that first show too.
Yeah, he was.
So there were four of them, and we put them in like this one end of the little room we had at the whole place, which took up probably about like six of our seats, but
Yeah.
6 of our like 12
Their
seats.
bass
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, half the
But
place,
it was really cool. I mean, they just wanted to get together and jam, and we're like,
Right.
sure, come on down, and that was our first show.
That was one of their
yeah.
first shows as well.
It was, yeah.
Did
Very,
you
very
guys
cool.
ever, in that little location, and ever do anything outside? Because you had a nice
We
little...
did build
We
an
built an
patio.
outdoor
Yeah.
built an outdoor patio
In
on the
fact,
stage.
there's a wood deck in the very far north east of the patio area.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
tend to go back there and smoke.
Oh, okay.
That was the old stage.
Oh,
We dragged it
old
over.
stage,
We just
yeah.
hooked up a chain to it and dragged it over.
Okay. I know it.
We
Yeah,
did a little
yeah.
more than that, but it was a rough job getting it over there. But we
bet.
built it for ourselves.
Yeah.
And like, we're going to use
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
We were doing it from
Oh,
one
funny, okay.
paycheck to the next. It's
Right,
like
right.
that's our old stage. We'll take, and we used it for a while before we moved it back in the corner.
Yeah.
All right.
The stage that's built now,
That's where you had
that was
little one?
built behind where that was first setting.
Oh, okay.
So that was sitting there, and then once we got that stage built, we drug it over there for people to hang out in the corner for
Yeah, yeah.
The smokers.
the corner dwellers.
Yeah, I know that spot. I
smokers
never
zone, yeah.
knew where it came
Anyway.
from.
Yeah.
And when was the switch with the big stage? When did you guys do that?
Within a year and a half or 2 years.
I think it was 2 years before that was really done.
Yeah, it took us a while to get that stage. Got a lot into it, obviously.
Oh, you can tell.
That was a early investment in the business was that stage, and so myself and Rick did a lot of the foundation work. We had another contractor take care of the top part.
Okay.
And it was done pretty much with a lot of love and care, and knowing that this was our future. It was putting people outdoors on the stage.
Sure. No, and it works great. I mean, yeah, as we all know.
Well, and when we first, we're in that location and we're having music outside, people were playing under like the patio.
Oh,
Yeah.
on the
roof,
patio
the
side,
patio
facing
roof.
the
Yeah,
160.
and when we were at the small place in town, we'd start music at 6:00 or whatever, and but we started getting like noise complaints. Like we got contacted by the county, and like the county, we're in the county, we're just over the line from town, and we started getting like some complaints about it because the county noise ordinance, like you're supposed to get quiet at 7.
Oh, really?
And so,
The
and
town
like
is more liberal.
the way
By an
I think part of it too, the way the music was happening, the building was bouncing out. The building was just projecting the sound
Sure.
outwards,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's almost like a
so by
phone.
the second summer, we had switched to starting shows at 5 and ending at 8, and didn't get a single complaint. So
Nice.
that was our. People
Yeah.
were like, "Why do you?" And I'm like, "Well, really, there's a real particular reason why music
So
starts
it's
so
an
early."
uncle in a way, right?
As well as
But we
want
kinda
to keep
like
a good
it.
relationship with our neighbors.
Yeah.
Of course,
It's
yeah.
very important to us because we want to do more music. So we
You
have
know,
a
it's
good relationship with them.
probably the complainer was Eric Nordstrom.
No, he wasn't living there at the
He
time.
wasn't there yet. He wasn't there to complain.
Of all people, I don't think he'd be the one.
Yeah. So really, I mean, now we do occasionally have shows that go later, and there's no. I think people
now
and
kinda
people
know.
know you can hear
Yeah,
we can hear
exactly.
the brewery music where you live, and most people are fine with that. So
I think it was kind of a knee-jerk reaction too, because this new business is going in, and then they have a couple of events, and you're thinking, "Oh my gosh, is this going to be every Friday night?"
Right.
Well, no, it's not going to be every Friday night, but we do like to celebrate in Mancos. We do have our weekends that we like to celebrate, and so you are going to have times that you hear the brewery throughout the town.
Yeah, and the
but
thing
we're not going
is,
to do it every weekend.
a good number of people show up. That kind of tells maybe there are a couple of complainers, but a lot of people are loving it.
And it
So-
cracks me up, some of these complainers, is if they can hear the music. And I'm thinking, you are that freaking messed up where listening to live music from a distance bothers you? It's like you can't go inside and turn your TV
Well,
on.
if it was at 2 in the morning, you could.
Well, no,
it's
but
like
you guys
9
were,
p.m. I mean, come on.
we're doing it, doing
Yeah.
it at a good hour and everything, and it just amazes me how I think it's a power thing for them. Is like, I can
I'm
shut
right.
all that fun down if I want.
Yeah, for some
to.
people,
I don't want to change.
some people
Yeah.
might really.
I mean,
be
one of the
bothered,
people, because mostly people just called the county, but one person did call and talk to me, and it's the Weaver Ranch, and they were here like we go to bed at like 8:00, and the music's just coming right
There
out
are
our
some
window.
older people.
And I
that
just
do
said,
that.
well, I said by next, and that was in the fall, I think. And I said by next year we should have the outdoor stage done, and the music will face away from you, and we are going to change the hours. And so I never heard from them again. So I'm assuming they made their peace with it, and it worked okay.
It, definitely.
Yeah.
Can I go back a little bit on the brewery itself? Dwayne, I feel you're very involved, obviously, from your knowledge, experience, and skills in the brewing. Can you tell me how all the stuff that you have in there? It's got to take a lot of work to. I know you said you figured out how to do a lot, produce a lot with not too much stuff, but still, I always see somebody cleaning, somebody doing things to the equipment, and almost every time I show up there, to the open mic. Can you tell me a little about how much that takes? I don't know anything about brewing, so that's why.
It takes a lot. I feel like the business is getting to a place where I'm feeling more of a plateau instead of a climb.
Oh, okay.
Because I was climbing forever.
Right.
For years, it felt like all I'm doing is climbing this hill.
Okay.
And, where's the plateau? Where's it going to level off? And we took on a lot by taking that facility, that building, and that land.
Right.
We immediately tripled our expenses right away before even walking in the building to start brewing. We'd already tripled our expenses by taking on that. So that was a minimum.
Right.
And we also love rural life. That's why we're here. And rural life just doesn't have that kind of explosive business.
Right.
You got to build them from the ground up, and you got to put a lot into it, or else money has to come from somewhere else.
Sure.
It has to come from the big city. It has to move here, and we don't have that,
No.
and we don't come from that.
We moved here from rural Utah.
Yeah, it takes a lot to build a business, paycheck to paycheck. I mean, literally, we went a long time where we were literally putting our paychecks right back into the business every week,
just to survive.
every week.
Yeah.
And just only taking what we needed to survive.
Sure.
With, when people tell me, man, you guys are killing it over there, and if they imply that we're having a great time, yes, we're killing it. We're having a great time. If you're implying that I'm getting rich, then I remind them that I'm still driving a 25-year-old vehicle with 400,000+ miles on it that's falling apart around me.
Yeah.
And I got to keep patching it together.
Yeah.
And I have to keep it running.
Yeah.
And that's what it's taken to make this brewery happen. And it is because we had a passion for what we could see that plateau would be. A good, comfortable life for both of us, and a great outlet for our community to come in and be a part of it. What we are today is not exactly what we envisioned. It has become what the community has in some ways developed it to be. We got guardrails, we got limitations. We're not going here, we're going to do this.
Right.
We'll let you have this expression here. But it's become what it is because of people like y'all here. Our reputation's been built by all this input from community members who also share in our labor to make this a place for all of us.
Right.
So, that's what it takes to make it happen. If this is your dream, your vision.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that this particular industry it's really tough. It takes years to be fine. Most people have known.
I have to say that it's like I am really pretty astounded at how much it takes. Really, you can lay out the best laid plans on this idea of how things are going to go or what's going to happen or what's going to cost you, but it's a lot, and you see, we had visions of really trying to push our beer out into kind of Southwest Colorado, and that's not easy to do either. That's not very easy at all.
I can only
because truthfully,
a lot of competition, and it's
a lot
good.
of competition,
good competition,
and and we're self-distributors. We don't go through it. We don't have our product picked up by somebody and put out there. And even if that happens, that doesn't mean that you're going to be successful because distributors take a nice cut
of
cut of things,
and they got to pay their bills too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But really, the quality of the beer that Dwayne brews does speak for itself. And I feel like we now have a really solid reputation just in like La Plata County and Montezuma County. Like people know that our beer is good. We have people that come up from Farmington a few times a year to drink at our brewery. People that come from Bagosa, like people know it's good. Like but it took a long time for Durango to notice us.
Yeah,
it was. I think really we've had a solid Durango kind of business now for maybe 3 years.
And I think music has brought a lot of that in.
Yeah,
music has brought a lot of people in. Like, oh wow, you got good beer too. They're coming out to see the bands.
Yeah.
And so that's
pizza.
That goes back to that relationship.
You have both of those things. To me, you get best pizza.
Yeah, and now we're at Pizza Joint, which wasn't part of our
original. That wasn't.
No, that was not.
When did that start? Because I think it's been there since I've been here. 20.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah, it's been 5 years since we've put in the pizza oven.
Yeah.
And that was sort of our COVID survival plan. And we had a friend that helped us purchase that.
Yeah.
And
again, another person that comes in, brought what he had, his resources, and helped us, take a new direction with the brewery and a new expansion. He already had experience in that area. He had some direction and advice, and so once again the community came together to make his brewing company what it is.
I think that's one of those things. I'm assuming you'll agree that the community around here is just absolutely amazingly surprising. How supportive. Almost everything that happens is supported by a group of people somehow. Everywhere we go, and you don't find that. I don't know. I haven't traveled the world, but there are many towns where you don't see that. It's a little bit more. The people are very distant. They have their little groups, but it's not.
And the other thing that lots of people remark on, especially people that have just moved here or haven't been here very long, is like there's just a plethora of music in this corner of Colorado. It's like people that play and play well, right? It's astounding, and that there is that. I've never lived. I did spend some time in Boulder, Colorado, and yes, there were clubs with bands and stuff, but I didn't. I was a little bit more of a mountain girl. I didn't go to music that often. But
although you're a musician yourself, you play bass.
I do play bass
and guitar, but
and
I know there's a good.
It's a reminder to the stage all the time.
We got to hear you sing on your birthday. I hadn't heard you. You did a great job.
I survived that, and I enjoyed it.
Did you ever play out before that? Like
super, like very minimal. I think I maybe had 3 gigs in Moab or something like that.
Have you seen her?
Yes. We actually used to doodle around a lot.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Years ago, we used to doodle around quite a bit.
You play too?
You play as well?
I quit playing. My hands hurt too much, and I never got to the level that I wanted to get to.
Okay.
And it's just one of my personality traits. If I don't get good at something, I move on to something else.
Lips, flowers of the night, gleaming from the moisture in